Hello and welcome to NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez. First things first, let's get to today's matchups. And our first matchup is Carlos Boozer versus Josh Smith. Carlos Boozer is the starting power forward for the Chicago Bulls. Josh Smith, starting power forward for the Atlanta Hawks. Josh Smith can also play small forward. Carlos Boozer is only 6'9", a little bit undersized at his position, but so is Josh Smith when he's playing power forward. He's also only 6'9" at small forward. He's tall though. Carlos Boozer can't really play small forward because he's not a good enough shooter. But the reason I chose this matchup, a long time ago, I had done a matchup with Carlos Boozer and Chris Bosh, and that was a power forward matchup in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. This time I'm doing an Eastern Conference semifinals matchup at power forward between Carlos Boozer and Josh Smith. Now, neither of these players were all-stars this year. Josh Smith never has been, and Carlos Boozer was a couple years ago back with Utah. Carlos Boozer was a new addition to Chicago, and you see how much from Utah, and you see how much he helped him. He helped them. He signed with them as a free agent. They went from being the 8th seed to number 1 seed, obviously in the Eastern Conference, from one year to the next. And that's pretty much the only huge change they made. So I'm going to give this matchup to Carlos Boozer. I think because of that, that shows a lot about how valuable he is to that team. So I'm going to give that matchup to him. Our next matchup is Roy Hibbert versus Greg Monroe. Roy Hibbert is the starting center for the Indiana Fever. He was really key in getting the Fever to the playoffs this year. They were the 8th seed. The Pacers to the playoffs this year. They were the 8th seed. They're a very good team. I covered WNBA also, so that's why I was thinking Fever. But they're the Indiana's WNBA team. Anyways, the Pacers. He's the starting center for the Pacers. He's a very, very good player. He gets dished down there a lot by Darren Collison and um, and Danny Granger, and he's just a very, very good center. He's not at the All-Star level yet, but he might get there someday. Greg Monroe, kind of similar thing. He's the starting center for the Detroit Pistons. Started out the year backing up Ben Wallace, but Ben Wallace is getting old, and so John Kuster decided to start Greg Monroe. Greg Monroe is an up-and-coming center, just like Roy Hibbert. Again, about at that level, not quite yet at the All-Star level. I'm going to give the matchup to Roy Hibbert. From what I've seen, he's impressed me a lot more, so I think he deserves that matchup. Now let's talk NBA headlines. The Cleveland Cavaliers' Kyrie Irving's foot needs 3 more months to completely heal. Thank you for watching NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez, and I'll see you next time.